Hi, everybody. I noted the fact that fewer and fewer people are staying here. We also hope that most of you will spend the last few minutes with me. If you like what I say, stay here. But if you don't like it, I
刚才其实我也看了很多嘉宾专家分享了自己在大数据时代的一些影响。
Well, many of the previous speakers have touched upon the evolution of digital marketing at an era of big data. I'm very glad to speak on behalf of Baidu. Well, at this moment, it's relatively late. I can tell you one thing, that in big data environment, Baidu will be a critical participant and a builder in this mega environment. I truly believe that some of our research will help you in adapting to the new trend. I have 3 parts in my presentation. The first part is in our current marketing environment, what is our challenge and what is our opportunity. Second, faced with the challenges and opportunities, how does Baidu launch innovative marketing modules? And third, marketing is a very important part of our life, but it's not everything of our life. So what will be our world looking alike for the next generation, or maybe in the next 1 or 2 years? So the first part, challenges and opportunities in front of us. First of all, marketing ROI is beyond control. Why? Now there are more and more media. Back then, it was TV commercials and posters, billboards. But now we have so many. We have internet, we have wireless, we have mobile, and we have hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of media platforms. And they have one shared feature, which is that they are appreciating in price.
回报越来越差。那么第二个，消费者的变化。
So its ROI is beyond our control, and
那么以前我们为了看一个电视剧，我们不得。
So back then, in order to finish a TV drama, you just have to wait out the leading commercials. But now you don't have to. You can skip it entirely. And back then, when we were trying to search a website, we can do anything at any time without any limits. But back then, people will have to wait out the banners and different other website advertising. So now you have to know, you have to understand what your consumers are after. And this moment, the media information is very fragmented. Just now I was sitting behind. I noticed that everybody was playing with their device. They were using their mobile phone to work, to take photo, to study. People's time is fragmented. Then how do you find the right moment of contact? This is getting more and more complicated. Integrated marketing has been touched upon for more than a decade, but now it's getting harder and harder.
But we also have a lot of opportunities because we have these challenges. I think there are 2 major opportunities. These 2 quotes are from our 2 major partners. The first quote is about technology. The second quote is about data. So I want to ask you, what do we mean by technology? It is very an abstract concept. So what has changed? Well, 2 years ago, before we go out, we have decided which form of transportation we will use. We have the GPS system. I will drive a car. And if I travel to another city, then I'll choose an airplane which is the most punctual. And recently, we know Wang Feng proposed to Zhang Ziyi, and he gave her a 9.15 carat diamond ring, and he also used a a, a, a drone, automatic drone, to send the ring to Zhang Ziyi. This couldn't be achieved in the past. According to IDC, in these 2 years, we accumulated a large number of data, which is as large as the data we accumulated over the past thousands of years. Well, now we have accumulated 40 VB of data. How big is that? Well, it means 57.5 billion iPads. So that means the data is so huge, and it is very difficult for us to predict the future. Based on that, we have summarized 4 trends for the future. First, immediate purchasing. If you want to buy something, you don't have to go to a store, you don't have to go to a shop. You can purchase wherever you want. Maybe the decision will be made within 1 minute. Second, interaction, intelligent interaction. We don't have to go to a hotel to have a first-hand experience. Well, when I'm in Beijing, I can have the first-hand experience of the services, of the environment of this hotel. I don't need to search for the comments and reviews of this hotel. The third trend is fragmentation. You need to contact your consumers in a fragmented way. And number 4, a whole solution for drivers, for data. So the channel between PC and tablets, between PC and mobile phones will be cleared. And I want to present to you an idea called roots. R means real-time tracking. O represents occasion-based identification. The second O means on-demand proposition, and then T means contact points. In that way, we can have sensory communication with consumers. And we have been working with top advertisers using roots with very good results. Now, big data, interaction, and media combination can all benefit from roots. Let's look at immediate purchase, for example. Now we have DSP, DDP, or DMP. All these platforms can label the consumers to decide whether they are our target consumers, whether they are valuable to us. Second, scenario analysis. Well, is this consumer a college graduate? Does this consumer match with the product we offer? And third, consumer profile. What the consumer is thinking, what the consumer is acting, what the consumer is behaving. Well, I want to share with you a case. How many of you are now using Baidu Map? If you have this app, you can try this one. Please open the Baidu Map app. Then set the route. On the right bottom, you'll find a green guy. Then you'll see our ambassador Li Yifeng, the ambassador for green tea. When you finish your navigation, so did you try that? And we have sales and the marketing people from Baidu. First of all, this is a collaboration with Baidu Map, encouraging people to walk more. I think the essence of this partnership is that Master Kang want to stress the healthy content, healthy element of this product. And when cooperating with us, they can communicate that concept to consumers. When you open the app, and then you'll find a button on the bottom right corner, and then you press that button, and then you can join the campaign, the walking campaign, together with Baidu and Master Kang. When you reach your destination, the map will tell you how much time you spend, what's your average speed. You can also collect points, and you can compare the distance you covered with your friends. You also can get reward. So this is a very successful marketing case. It is very innovative, but more importantly, the logo of the product and image and the slogan of the product match closely with Baidu Map. So this is a good match, a good marriage between different brands. Second, Li Yifeng, the ambassador, is a pop star. He also benefits from this campaign. With this campaign, he has more exposure to the audience, to his fans. And for Baidu users, their walking tour becomes much more interesting, just like a game. And do you know how long is the equator? Well, you can search that on Baidu. 140,000 kilometers. And this campaign has been running for 2 weeks. In total, our users have walked 600,000 kilometers. And more than 35 million users used this latest app. So this is a very influential campaign. Now let's look at on-demand proposition. Are you meeting the demand of consumers? Do you need more communication with the consumers to see if your product have fulfilled their demands? And you also need to think about your marketing position, your brand ambassador. You also need to think about your new product. Is your new product cannibalizing your old product? Starting from 2013, we started to develop this new tool, brand ambassador tool. A few years ago, because of the change of ambassador, the sales of a printing machine dropped by half. So we got a lot of historic data regarding stars. First, how many hits does this star have on search engines? And what brands, what products is this ambassador representing? In 2013, on an advertisement festival, Baidu and Pepsi Cola launched this campaign for the brand ambassador for Pepsi. We chose Wu Mo Chou. Pepsi didn't want its boss to decide. Pepsi wanted its consumers to make the decision. And after a year, the brand image of Pepsi improved, and the brand image of the ambassador also improved. So this is a win-win scenario. So with this big data brand ambassador selection tool, we can achieve win-win results. First, we look at the amount of data. Second, we look at the status of users. Are they active in searching this data? We also look at the hits of certain pop stars online, and we'll also look at the effectiveness coefficient, which means whether the brand ambassador and brand itself match. We chose Zhao Ting for Shiseido because they have a lot in common. Both of them are international. They focus on women. They are responsible. And there's no negative news on Shiseido and Zhao Ting. That's why we help Shiseido to choose Zhao Ting as the brand ambassador. We believe Zhao Ting was the perfect match for this brand.
The third part is intelligent interaction. Now, we wish for all the users to experience all the functions of a product without even having to enter a shop. You can see that on the package of Mengniu, there are 3 QR codes. Such QR code will help you trace back to the supermarket, back into the farm, back into its processing plant. So the users enabled by such technology will be able to see entirely what it looks like.
The recent Chinese milk contamination scandal brought widespread media attention. The safety of Chinese milk was a great concern. Confidence was lost. Mengniu, China's top dairy producer, had to change the situation around. In today's mobile world, brands urgently need to find innovative ways to engage with their target audience. 83% of Chinese netizens use their smartphone to access the internet. To effectively communicate the safety of their products, Mengniu turned to the most powerful mobile platform. Baidu app is China's largest mobile search engine app with 600 million users and 80% market share. Mengniu and Baidu jointly initiated Pasture in the Cloud, a cloud-based live broadcast campaign to promote Mengniu's premium Meadow Pure milk. Scanning the QR code from a Meadow Pure carton, connected you to Pasture in the Cloud. Wherever you were in China, it would transport you to a Mengniu dairy. 24/7 full-coverage video cameras were installed in 5 dairies, from the cows in their sheds through to the production lines, packaging systems, and warehouses. You could see everything. The campaign generated great interest amongst the Chinese public. As a result of the campaign, in December 2014, Mengniu Meadow Pure sales were 3 times higher than the year before. The 2014 sales revenue was 50 billion RMB. That's a 15.4% year-on-year growth. Pasture in the Cloud brought great transparency to the milk production process. Confidence in Mengniu's products was restored.
So, in the food and beverage industry, since that's what our forum is about, people have similar questions. How can we explain clearly to our consumers about our food safety? So we have tried to work on several ways to try to enable our consumers to trust our brand. A famous dairy brand spent past 10 years inviting our users to come to our ranch and pay a visit to our farm to check out our cows and everything. Everybody, we have been able to invite 100 people to see. But you know what? Mengniu spent less than a month. They have enabled up to nearly 100 million online video viewing of how Mengniu farm was being kept and how the Mengniu milk was being processed. So, it's all about food safety. And through our smart equipment like our Baidu cloud camera and everything, we were able to enable such process to become a reality. We talked about fragmented information a little while ago, and this is another case study related to our Valentine's Day event. It's a Lenovo S60 cell phone. It's designed especially for ladies. Like women are different, but they have one common aspiration, which is to receive some pleasant surprise or some sweet talking from their lover, from their loved ones. So Lenovo had a wonderful brainstorming with us all and came up with a good business idea. There will be a Cupid arch, and there might be a few gifts ready for them. It could be one Lenovo S60 phone, and that phone can be sent out as a gift on site. If you did not received the cell phone, you can also receive some coupon, enabling you some significant discount. And also, you can write your love letter to your partner. And that letter can be translated into a code, and if you imprint the code into the search space of Baidu, you will actually get that love letter from your loved ones. And there's a Baidu postbar. Many famous stars, they have their followings. Such fans, they PK amongst themselves. They will take their star as their boyfriend or as their lifelong loved ones. So they compete head-to-head. And we also put S60. We placed it in the film that was premiered at that period of the year. I can assure you that this event is a multi-pronged approach, and it share a similar theme. So eventually, its total page view was about more than 27 million, and more than 600,000 readings of love letters written by their respective loved one partners. And then in the Chinese Valentine's Day, we hope that such event will again be launched. I hope that looking ahead, there will be more better marketing cases to bring to you all. Now moving down to almost the last part of my presentation, which I think is more significant and more meaningful, even though it may not be entirely related to marketing, related to food and beverage. But I assure you, it will show us what the future looks like. At just the past two sessions, NPC sessions of 2015, Li Yanhong, Robin Li proposed to develop China Brain. That's what he said. China Brain is an artificial intelligence. It will be based on computer interface, big data analysis, autonomous driving, intelligence diagnostics, and intelligent drones. And it will also have robotics. It will be a public service platform, and it will integrate with social resources and will achieve co-innovation with many other channels. So let's just check out what this China Brain strategy is all about, starting from its day one. Think about that. If you have a question, you will type your question into the search engine. And that's the first generation of China Brain. And its hallmark was the texts written, typed into Baidu. Then second generation is also raised by Robin Li. It's a Baidu Brain. It will integrate texts with graphics, with video, and with different multimedia. It will be picture, it will be voice, it will also be video. So that's the Baidu Brain, and that's the second generation of China Brain. And today, Robin Li is looking forward to a China Brain. It will no longer be Baidu, nor is it going to be search engine or internet or wireless apps. It will be something like collecting the information or the message of the past few years put together. It will be used for making decisions for the nation and for the economy, and help us perfect the human future. Let's think about a possible scenario in the future. If all of the patient's medical records are integrated, and then a doctor, a physician, when he or she is trying to make a diagnosis for a patient, he or she will be supported by tons of data to make the right decision. And for example, if you're trying to make a traffic decision, at this moment, our intelligent map will help you stay clear of traffic congested areas and get to your destination as fast as possible. Last year, we made the China Brain made a prediction of what China's college entrance examination is going to look like. Then I assure you that Baidu Brain will be able to provide better guesses of what the college entrance examination questions are going to look like. And also in terms of weather forecasting, it will be able to give you a great deal of tips on what the weather is going to look like based on its extensive database for the next few days. Lots of problems, technological bottlenecks can be resolved through big data. Here's a few things that we are working on, just a very small pieces of work that we are engaged in. First one is Baidu images search. It's not a recent technology, I can assure you. For example, in the latest Nepalese earthquake, more than 12 buildings were destroyed amid the earthquake. So Baidu is working with Google to have 3D analysis to see if they could restore that 12 destroyed, badly damaged building. And about driverless technology, like the singer Wang Feng was able to hand deliver the ring, the diamond ring, to his fiancée through a driverless drone. But I assure you that a driverless car, driverless plane, even driverless bicycle will most certainly emerge in the near future. And the Baidu helmet. Baidu helmet can have GPS function, can readjust air quality, breathe in and out by the driver, and can also give you GPS direction. And Baidu NLP looking ahead to may be able to better meet the demands of the users. This is my last slide. I should thank you. This is something I just thought of lately. In 2013, in its annual conference, Robin just summed up his vision for the company's future in 3 sentences, and I got extremely excited by that 3 sentences. Let me share with you. Let me just take 2 seconds. First line.
It's time to move forward. It's time to lead the future.
It's time to move forward.
It's time to change the world.
It's time to lead the future, and it's time to change the world. Thank you very much.